only problem is like these are options. It's kind of terrible.
I got really lucky with Evan's daycare. Which is we started doing got my summer. And every single day here, I said, I don't like it. I'm kind of we went in that one. And I was like, I like this one. And she was like, not really more. So it was like that. She was like, in a good way back then. My siblings wanted to get her to go out with my siblings. And I was like, I actually started trying to my sister. And we were walking out, and Jeff's like, this is the only one you like in this church. I think maybe we could get that. So, but
Like, where you got it? I'm like, okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. I know. That's what I mean. It's just like,
They'll need it for him.
this is too hard. It's a thing that we don't just know. So everybody keeps telling me I don't have it. And my mother doesn't like anything about it. It doesn't work. I should just quit telling her. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. This is not working. If you guys can hear me. I'd like to welcome you to the CAC Council, and this is Gina Fry, the Executive Director, and she's going to start our Proclamation Day with Harley.
Well, unlike Michelle, I'm not soft-spoken at all. I want to introduce you to Harley, who is our facilities dog. A lot of you have gotten to meet her. She has a very hard job. She has to deal with people petting her head, rubbing her belly, scratching her behind her ears, and giving her treats. But during this time, she offers comfort and love to all the kids that come to the CAC and a lot of the adults. I think she's probably brought a even more home-like feeling to the CAC, and that's what we really want, because when the kids come into the center, we want them to feel comfortable. When the families come in, we want them to feel welcomed and safe. So she just kind of adds to the whole thing. And also, she's the other wet dog in the building. I hope everyone enjoyed the food. In bringing it in, I got my second shower today, so you'll have to excuse the wet head, but just so glad everybody can make it, because this is a very important time. April is Child Abuse Prevention Month, and we want to use this as a time to recognize child abuse and bring awareness to the seriousness of child abuse. And although we do recognize it in April, child abuse and protecting our children is something that needs to occur every day of every month of every year, because our children are precious to us. They are our future, and it is up to us as adults to protect them. And I may be preaching to the choir, because I see so many people that are in the field of protecting children. So I want to thank you for what you do and the support you give us at the Children's Advocacy Center. What we're going to do, proclamation signing, is what we do just as a recognition of what April is about, and that's child abuse prevention. And I would like to invite the various mayors or their representatives, I'll call you, and come up and sign our proclamation. Richard Venable, I did see, would you come up, please? We're so glad to have you. Don't worry, she doesn't
Good
mind.
to be here, it's fine.
She doesn't mind.
It's fine.
There you go. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for the opportunity.
And if you'd like to say a few words, feel free. Nothing like putting you on the spot.
It's all right. I never give up a microphone willingly. But this is a very important day, and I'm pleased and honored to be involved in this. It's good to see you again. Great to see you again. And all of you here who have concern for the children of our community. There's no greater resource, no greater hope for us to be better. And we have tremendous responsibility to them to operate on their behalf. And the Children's Advocacy Center for years and years and years have been their #1 advocate. So again, I'm honored to be here. I'm sorry to be walking in late, but I know you all are here for all the right reasons, and I'm honored that you allow me to join you. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Mike is representing Dennis Phillips from Kingsport. He's the vice mayor, and we're just really glad to have him. And you'll sign. And if you'd like to say a few words. It's nothing like putting these people on the spot.
I'm just delighted to be here today. Dennis had a previous speaking engagement, and he tried to get it changed, because he wanted to be here. But I do want to thank you on behalf of all the folks of Kingsport and Sullivan County for the work you do. It is difficult, it is challenging, and it's essential. And I know that many people pray for you every day for you doing the kind of work you do and for making a difference in the children, especially those that really need it. So thank you all
Thank
for
you.
what you do.
Thank you for coming. Chad is the vice mayor for Bristol City. Chad also ends up getting a little bit of firsthand experience because his wife also works for DCS. So he kind of gets to see what a lot of you do. And
I do, and I was exactly what I was going to mention. Not only that, my sister-in-law is a teacher in Florida, and a lot of times our teachers and our folks that work in the healthcare field sometimes are the first people to spot abuse of children. And my wife Kathy has worked for the Department of Children's Services for 27 plus years. She made me a note about that. And so I do know, I hear the stories. I don't know the names, but I do hear the stories. And so many folks in the general public think that child abuse is kind of a non-frequent type of thing that happens, especially in our community, as good of a community as we have. And we all know that it happens on a daily basis, and it does happen a lot more frequently than most people think. So on behalf of the city, by the way, I want to let you know Lee Powers really wanted to be here, Mayor Lee Powers, and she's out of town and sends her regards. But on behalf of the city of Bristol, Tennessee, we want to tell you how much we appreciate you and how much we thank you. And I mentioned teachers, but there's a lot of other folks. CASA volunteers, for instance, are come into play very big when it comes to children. The places and the families that these children go to after they are put into custody or brought into state custody after abuse. A lot of those folks are playing big roles. Our court staff. I wanted to mention also about our caseworkers. What a tremendous job. It takes a very special person to do what our caseworkers do. Our police, our detectives, the folks that help us, within the healthcare field as well. So on behalf of all of us, thank you so much for what you do, and you're very special people.
thank you so much. Appreciate it. And representing Bluff City is Mayor Irene Wells.
like to say, on behalf of the city, the citizens of Bluff City, I'm excited about being here. I'm honored. And I admire all of you for the fine jobs that you do. Children have always had a special place in my heart. And because of the agencies that represent this agency and other agencies on behalf of the children, I feel like that we all should support each group in any way that we can. And I'm just so thankful that we have groups like this today, because we didn't for a long time. And it just, when I think about it, it just gives me a warm feeling in my heart to know that so many people care so much about the children. So thank each of you for being here, and thank you for letting me be a part of this.
Thank you. Well, now down to the good part. I love to be able to do stuff that surprises people, and also things that are just totally will recognize somebody that works hard and works for children. Children's, excuse me, Harley's getting a little nervous. The Blue Ribbon Award has been given by the CAC for many years, and it serves to recognize an individual that works tirelessly in protecting children. It goes to the special individual that just goes above and beyond the call of duty and what they do in protecting children. And we have so many, it's hard to pick just one person because there are so many that work to protect children and work to make sure they're safe. So it's a hard job trying to figure out who gets this award. But we are very excited to be able to give this award to someone. This person, we got the nomination, and they won through a vote of their peers. And what was said about this person was they work tirelessly to prosecute some of the most serious cases of child abuse in Sullivan County. They are always willing to go the extra mile to ensure the cases are worked with the ultimate goal of being able to successfully prosecute the perpetrators. A good example of what this person's commitment is in the recent investigation into a systematic abuse occurring at a local children's home. Though she was only able to charge a misdemeanor, this person spent countless hours interviewing numerous witnesses throughout Tennessee. The case resulted in a conviction and sent a message to abusers across Sullivan County that failing to report suspected abuse will not be tolerated. This person has a heartfelt commitment to working with child abuse and child abuse cases and working them correctly. Even though the work is not glamorous and it is frequently frustrating, this person always gives her all. I would like to invite Miss Tracy Haraz. Detective Haraz. And the part I love about this the most is Tracy doesn't like to be in front of people. On behalf of the Children's Advocacy Center, I can say that Tracy truly deserves this recognition because she does work so hard to make sure these cases are done properly. And you always know she's in the building. And you know when she has a commitment that she's going out to get somebody. And we just appreciate the hard work she does, and we're just so proud of you.
Thank you.
This means a lot. I wonder if she had a little bit of a hint, it might be her when we all her bosses are here. I'd like to thank Wayne Anderson and his staff for being here, and I'd also like to thank General Staubus and his staff for being here, because we get so much support, and we just appreciate them so much. And just thank you again for everyone coming, and I want to turn this back over to Michelle.
The council has decided to present award of appreciation. And this one is going to an individual who's worked hard, who has been dedicated to the safety of children in the Sullivan County community. The award is intended to let the individual know how she is appreciated for her hard work. The winner of this year's award goes to Michelle Turner. Coming up here, Michelle began working at the CAC as a receptionist in 2014. She moved into the education coordinator position in August of 2014. Her responsibility was for educating both children and adults about child abuse prevention. Her schedule involves after hours, weekends. She goes above and beyond what is asked of her, and she is very passionate about what she does. She has made direct contact with every school in Sullivan County, Kingsport and Bristol City. She's enabled the children to be taught more about personal safety. In 2014, she presented the Yellow Dino Project program to 2,455 children. And that teaches the children in grades pre-K through 6th grade about personal safety. And then she also does the Stewards of Children training for adults in the community. And she has educated adults in keeping children safe. So this year's award goes to Michelle Turner.
You can say something if you want.
I'm really surprised. I had no idea. I can tell you that I've only been doing this job for a very short time frame, and I've met so many people that I have a high respect for, and that's everybody in this room that works with these kids. All the school counselors that have welcomed me into the schools, the sheriff's department that just welcomed me last month to do training for your department. It's amazing to work with such great people, and for that I'm just very blessed and very grateful. I do enjoy the work that I do. Being a mom myself, I'm very passionate about it, so I'm just very blessed. I'm very thankful. I'm honored to be part of this team, and thank you all very much.
Keeping this with a bunch of women was just unbelievable. We were able to keep this. This was a total surprise to her, but this is something that council wanted to do because she has really just done such a fantastic job.
Now we're going to introduce our speaker. Suzanne Eller, she is our co-chair for the council, is going to come up and introduce him. Dr. Huss.